In my airplane, I use a lot of mounts. I've had them break. I don't want them breaking in my airplane. I want good stuff that will last. I think I found it. Let's find out in the hangar. Hi, I'm Dan Milliken.
And I'm Christy Wong. Today's episode is brought to you by some really wonderful sponsors, and we're going to have more on them in the description below as well as at the end.
And today we have somebody who is making incredible mounts for your smartphone, for your tablet, for your cameras, for the airplane. And I'm so thrilled to have him here today, Gavin Stenner. Gavin, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you very much.
So nice to meet you.
Gavin, you reached out to me. I honestly had not heard of 67 Designs.
Yep.
And, you know, and I get sent products, Chrissy and I do all the time to review.
Yep.
And some people just want me to get the product, use it once, and do a review. I won't do that. The things will fall apart. But when I tried yours out and used them for a couple of months, I am just amazed at the quality and how well constructed it is. So then, you know, and then you and I have had lunch, got to know you a lot more, and what you're doing, I'm just blown away. So, I mean, I'm doing all the talking here, but tell me about how you got started with this.
Thank you for your kind words. Kind of humbling to hear that, quite frankly. We got started around 2012 with the company to hold different devices, primarily at the time iPads. And we were looking to do that, and almost on a social enterprise, quite frankly, when I started the organization. And around 2015, we'd realized we'd been in the market long enough that we felt that there was definitely room for a product that was of a higher quality. That's certainly what our early customers were telling us, that they wanted something with a little bit finer materials and something to really stand up to the job.
What market?
Originally, it was actually the furniture market back in 2012. Then we did some desktop
The furniture
holders.
market?
Yeah.
Oh, explain how you would use something like that, I guess, in the furniture market.
Originally, it was literally holding iPads.
Okay.
So if you remember the original ones, they were definitely very heavy.
Right.
So we recognized the need. There were a lot of older people who were actually using them, but then they were getting fatigued. So we looked to actually bring out furniture for that, just really high-end furniture.
That is
That was the
interesting.
original.
Okay.
And then you moved from furniture to automotive? Overland?
Overlanding, that was a pretty obvious one. We, about 2012 again, we acquired a Jeep and nearly getting into accidents. Because you've got cup holders right down deep, you've got nothing to actually keep the phone in your line of sight. It's a bit like when you're flying, right? So you get spatial disorientation when you're looking up and down.
Turn. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's the same thing, and that was going to be, my son was going to be learning to drive on that. And let's face it, we've all got devices. It's not like we're going to go and put them in the back. Right. So it became a very obvious one. There was nobody else doing vehicle-specific mounts of the type of quality and really what needed to stand up for going off-road.
Okay. So you made these, and then tell us your connection to aviation then.
Yeah, I was thinking about it in the context of coming here today. The first time was, I think I was 5 years of age, and I was given a birthday treat, me and a friend, to go up in a 172 out of Para Fields in Adelaide, Australia.
Oh, wow.
And it stuck with me. And then in 2008, I started getting my private pilot's license. And, you know, a little drift off because of family and commitments and children, and then picked it back up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are a pilot then?
Absolutely.
Okay, what do you fly now?
Cirrus.
So you really need one of these then?
Absolutely. There's literally nowhere else, and we have these devices. So we have tablets, and we have these. So absolutely, it flies with me the whole time.
Perfect. So you had them in the Jeeps, and then you thought, hey, you know what would be even better is if we could put these in the airplane. And so did you start making them just specifically for the airplane, or are these multifunctional and can be used pretty much anywhere?
Multifunctional. And at the end of the day, it's our customers that continue to lead us into new directions. So you'll find there's a lot of people with Jeeps, adventure vehicles, earth cruisers.
Is that what we can call the airplanes from now on? I'm just going to call the airplane adventure vehicles.
Or the ultimate overland vehicle, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's overland.
Literally.
Overland.
It is overland.
Exactly.
So, no, customers let us.
Okay.
It's really customers. They put them on boats, planes. We've got them in military vehicles everywhere. But for us, in the aviation, it was a little bit of a no-brainer, and then we had some other designs to bring out.
Well, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing that when I go through your website and look at the products that you have. Really, I can tell that it is customer driven.
Yep.
And that what they want. And it's almost like we say, hey, can we have something like this? You and your team go out and lo and behold, you make something that like really works and works really good.
Because we're manufacturing here in the United States, because we're actually doing the design, we're doing all the R&D, we're working with our clients here. And again, a lot of our work is even custom with enterprises. That's what gives us the ability to do that, because we're not bringing in boatloads of gear from overseas.
So, Christy, let me tell you this.
Yeah.
So when I listened to him and I looked at this and everything else and I was using it, I started to realize where I've heard this story before.
Okay.
Mark Patey and Best Tugs.
True.
It's the same kind of concept. So, really, this is the Best Tugs of camera mounts and iPad mounts.
So he's the Mark Patey then.
He's the Mark Patey of mounts.
Gotcha. Okay. What I was going to ask.
Thank you, but that's way up.
Yeah. it seems very sturdy. I typically don't use these in the Warrior just because I can't really find one that I like. Is this like metal based? What is this?
Yeah, that's the pieces that you're pointing to there. So that's actually die cast. Again, die cast here in the United States. So we get those out of the north. These are all tooled. All of the nylon is actually tooled here locally, all injection molded here locally. So it's a combination of metal, 3D printed nylon, injection molded nylon, and carbon fiber.
I would do more videos in the Warrior. I know Dan wants me to do a lot more videos, and I have a hard time with that because the mounts that I have are lower quality.
You've got those sticky GoPro mounts, and
it's a mess.
You need better stuff.
I apparently need better stuff.
And also, where are you putting your iPad when you fly?
On my lap. I am the.
So you are the one that's flying like this. You turn a little bit, and all of a sudden, spatial disorientation.
Well, it doesn't exactly happen like that, but I mean, I usually use my iPad for like when I was doing lessons as a flight instructor and stuff like that. But ideally, I would like to be able to put it up in the window or something so that I can have it right there. But like I said, I just don't have anything that I trust because the couple of products I did have were not very good quality. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yeah, well, I had a suction cup mount with a GPS in Lola, and all of a sudden, like this thing came, or not this one, but the other companies came apart, spring shot out. I tried to put it back together again, but it was gone.
Yeah.
So.
Did you give it a proper Viking burial?
No, I did not. I wanted to, but I couldn't find all the pieces to give it a proper Viking burial. They're still somewhere in Lola.
Oh my.
So.
Okay. Awesome. So, where can one go if they wanted to check out, asking for a friend? Where can one go to, what's your website and whatnot to go?
So the company's 67 Designs. The website is 67d.com, so 67delta.com.
Why the 67?
Why the 67?
Did it take 67 tries to get it right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like WD-40 and
way more than
57.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, no, there is a background story, but fundamentally, I really like the numbers.
Okay, but hey, you know what?
You like the numbers, go with them.
Me. Exactly. Okay.
All right, so we've got the website up there. There's a whole page I noticed on your website just for the aviation people, correct. So that's great. Anything new on the market or new on the horizon that you're looking at?
Yeah, probably 2023, we've got more products coming out than we've had in the last several years. And the philosophy that I have is fairly simple, that we should be a little bit like 3M so that, in 5 years' time, 25% of the products, 25% of the revenue comes from products that didn't exist 5 years ago. So that's kind of the ethos. So products come into the mix, and then some will get taken out. This year we have a new Pro Series that's actually coming out, which is being driven by some of our corporate clients and some of the agencies. And so yeah, we'll see a lot there, and actually a couple that are directed at aviation specifically.
Do you take suggestions?
All the time.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and they're not waiting on shipping delays from overseas. They're doing it here. So
there you go. If you have a suggestion, leave it in the comments below.
Absolutely.
Okay, in the review video that I did recently on the products, I noticed in the comments section, some people were asking about, because your magnets are strong, and I'm like tapping on the iPad. I can't get that thing to fall if I wanted to. Now, I can't take it off, obviously, but it's really good and strong. But some people were worried about the magnet being so strong that it affects the compass. What's your experience and what's your thoughts on all that?
So the experience is, I've not seen any interaction because of the way that we've actually designed the array. So we have 2 sets of 6 magnets in that particular magnet holder, and they're inverted. So they're actually a very localized magnetic field. We've not seen any interaction in the Cirrus or anything else with respect to the compass, but I do take on board the comments. But again, it's not the only one. So we also have a more mechanical type for phones, which is a one-handed operation. Again, proven over the more than a decade. And then we've also got the pivot case. So some people are actually using the pivot case from a company also here in Texas, and we have an adapter for that. So you can actually find that on the site. So you've already got that taken care of as well. So there's multiple. It's not just mag mounts. It's multiple.
Yeah, and I'm not seeing anything on my compass and Lola's. So, well, that's awesome, Gavin. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for partnering with us.
Thanks
so
so
nice
much.
to meet you.
You're very welcome.
And thank you guys for watching. And I'll tell you this, if you haven't heard us say this before, we are actually pretty picky about our sponsors, and we're looking for sponsors who know the aviation market, who are most likely going to be pilots, and every single one of our sponsors is pilot. They're pilots first, so it's great to see that. And in addition, then their stuff works, and we use them for a while before we ever come into partnership. It's never anything quick. So thank you to our sponsors. Check out the deals that we have in the links. Check out their websites. They're great, and if you support them, it supports us.
You can also support us by liking, subscribing, and sharing our content. That actually does a lot for us.
Yeah, that's good too. And we really appreciate you guys, and thanks for joining us in
the Hangar.